Now we will discuss the different mechanisms which are regulating the release of the drug from the sustained release formulations or the controlled release formulations. Now these sustained release formulations and controlled release formulations, as we have discussed earlier, they are basically used to regulate the release rate. Now there are the several mechanisms like diffusion systems, means here the mechanism of the drug release will be the diffusion. Dissolution means here the mechanism will be dissolution, and the erosion. Now in these three systems, that is diffusion control system, dissolution control system and erosion control system, they are basically different in their behavior. How they could be different? As we know, the diffusivity of a molecule is to move across a particular membrane, or it may be semi-permeable membrane, it may be a polymeric membrane, whatever it may be a biological membrane. So it is the diffusion. Now if we consider about these formulations, that is sustained release formulation and controlled release formulations, then in this case I will say then this is the diffusion of the drug. For example, it is a tablet and here is the drug. Now it is the diffusion of the drug from the tablet surface to the outside environment. And what will be the outside environment? That is, when we are going to take the formulation orally, means this tablet orally, then gastric fluid or intestinal fluid will be the outside environment for the tablet. Now if the drug is present in this tablet, now if it is diffusing out, means it is moving out across this polymeric membrane, and then this phenomena will be termed as diffusion, means the drug is diffusing. Now this polymeric membrane is not dissolving and neither it is eroding. It is facilitating, means it is either swallowing or it is porous in nature, so that the solvent will move because of the concentration gradient. There is no solvent, there is a high concentration of the solvent. Solvent will move from outside into that of the system, and then from the system the drug will diffuse out into the surrounding. Now this is the diffusion mechanism. In this diffusion mechanism we have the different kinds of the system, that is they may be reservoir type or they may be matrix type. Reservoir type means I have a core and I have encapsulated it. Now for example, I have a tablet and I have coated it with a polymeric material which will allow the diffusion of the content, means I have made a polymeric layer over the surface and that polymer is not soluble in nature but it is porous in nature. Then it will be a reservoir system, means it will be like this. It is a reservoir boundary and here there is a dispersed amount of the drug present inside the system. It is the reservoir where the drug is present inside the system. And in the case of the matrix, as we have seen the mats, they have these kind of the biddings. Now the drug is dispersed in a matrix, means drug is uniformly dispersed like this in the polymeric surfaces. Then it will be a matrix type, means here the drug is not in the reservoir state. Drug is uniformly dispersed across the polymeric membrane or across the polymer. Now these systems will be different, means reservoir will be drug is in a compact state, either in the tablet form, either in the granule form, and it has been coated. Here there will be a molecular dispersion of the drug and the polymer, so it can form a uniform dispersion, and when it will be casted in a particular form, then it will be a matrix. Now next comes the dissolution systems. Dissolution systems, what these dissolution systems are? These dissolution systems depict that they will be dissolving, means their mechanism of the drug release is dissolution. Obviously here also the drug is dissolving, then only it can move out across this polymeric membrane. Solvent by the capillary motion will diffuse inside our reservoir or the matrix system, then it will be dissolving the drug over here, and when there will be, as drug will come into the solution state over this surface, then there will be a diffusion gradient across the capillaries surfaces present over the surface of the polymer to the outside, and the solvent will move like in this through the capillary motion inside the surface of our vesicles, or we can say our reservoir, and then dissolved amount of the drug will move out because of the concentration gradient, because in this environment there is a no drug but drug is available over here, so drug will diffuse out from inside to outside because of the concentration gradient. Here is a high concentration and here is a low concentration, and when there is an equilibrium then rate will be slowed down. There is a probability that rate of diffusion of the drug will be slowed down. So if I say this is a diffusion system, and in this diffusion system drug is dissolving, then it is a dissolution system. No, it is not a dissolution system, because we have encapsulated it in a polymeric structure, and that polymeric structure is hindering the rapid diffusion, and only the pores available allows the solution of the drug to move out, and the polymer is not dissolving. So this is a diffusion control system. And in case of the dissolution control system, what happens? Now this, if I say I have made a reservoir like this and drug is here. For example, if I take the example of the enteric coated tablet, like I will prepare a enteric coated for a particular preparation and I have coated with hydroxypropyl methyl cellulose phthalate या cellulose acetate phthalate or Udragid RL100, RS100 or Udragid L100 polymers. If I take the enteric polymer, for example Udragid L100 or hydroxypropyl methyl cellulose phthalate or cellulose acetate phthalate, then it is a reservoir. Now my polymer is insoluble in gastric environment, so it will remain intact, but it will go into the intestinal pH, and at that pH those enteric polymers will dissolve, and when it will dissolve, then what will be there? For example, I see there are the layers of the polymeric surface. Now what will be there? It will be dissolved like this. Upper surface of the polymeric membrane is dissolved, then next surface layer will be dissolved, then the final surface layer will be dissolved, and my drug is available, freely available inside the fluid. Now it is a dissolution system, means my polymeric material has dissolved, and when the drug will be moving out, then drug will be in the dissolution state, drug will be leached out. Or matrix system, in the similar manner, what will happen in dissolution? In matrix system, if I have the dispersion like this of the drug, then it will lead to the diffusion of the drug. How? Dissolution of the drug means gastric fluid is in contact with that of this surface. Now it will dissolve this surface. The surface which will be in the contact will be dissolved. For example, I have considered the two surfaces which will come in contact initially, and the two surfaces are not coming in contact. For example, then these two surfaces will be dissolved. Now the drug present in the outside region will be dissolved in this way. The drug will be dissolved. Now the drug will be dissolved, and this polymer will be dissolved. Now the next layer will be dissolved. From this side also the polymer will be dissolved, and this drug will be dissolved, and then it will be dissolved, and the whole of the drug will be dissolved. In this manner, means I am saying the reservoir system, either it is a reservoir system or either it is a matrix system. If my polymeric surface is dissolving out of from one phase to the another phase, from one layer to the another layer, then it is allowing the drug to move out. And in case of the erosion system, what will happen in the erosion? Means it is a process which is basically regulated by either by the chemical degradation. For example, there may be the probability the hydrolysis may occur, hydrolysis, enzymatic attack, oxidation, or photolytic reaction. responsible for the erosion of the polymer. Means our polymer is not freely porous in nature, which can allow the diffusion of the drug. Our polymer is not dissolving, but it can show the phenomena of erosion. Means it is biodegradable in nature, but it neither dissolves rapidly, neither facilitates the faster diffusion, but it shows the erosion mechanism, and these erosion systems are mostly used to prepare the implants. Now the erosion system, how this erosion will occur? This erosion will occur either due to the oxidation of the polymeric surface, either due to the hydrolysis of the polymeric surface, or might be because of the enzymatic attack over the surface. Means for example, if I say esterases are there, hydroxylases are there, carboxylases are there, aminopeptidases are there, they may have the, if the polymer has the sensitivity to that of the enzymatic attack, then enzyme will come and it will attack the surface, and there will be the breakage of the polymeric surface, which will allow the release of the drug, either it is in the reservoir state or either it is in the matrix state. And few are also sensitive to that of the photolytic reaction. Means those polymers which show the photolytic degradation, then that phenomena is utilized over here, so that it can be used for the delivery of the drug. Now these photolytic reactions means my polymer has the sensitivity. For example, my polymer has the azo groups, and now if it is irradiated at a particular wavelength, then it will show different kind of the chain arrangement of the polymers, because of which there may be the increased porosity and this erosion mechanism. Now if I say it is a surface like this, then how the erosion will occur? For example, this surface is coming in contact. Now first layer will be eroded, and then if the drug is available over here, then drug will be leached out. Then there will be the erosion of the next layer, followed by the next, followed by the next. But the erosion systems have the longer half-life. Means if we have formulated a sustained release formulation of controlled release formulations, then they can be used for the multiple day therapies. For example, estrogen implant is used. It is a erosion system, and it can deliver the estrogen for about 3 months. It is also available in 6 months therapy. Means once an implant will be placed, then the therapy is going on for the 3 months, 6 months, and so on. There are the certain examples. Now these erosion systems can be easily formulated, but they are suitable only for the potent drugs. As we are giving the drug for a longer duration, for a prolonged period of the time, then these are used. Okay. Now, first of all, we will discuss in detail now the diffusion control systems. These diffusion control systems, they may be, I will say, they may be reservoir type or they may be our matrix systems. Now, these systems, the diffusion of the drug across the surface of a polymer, now it will be given by that of the Fick's law of diffusion, and Fick's law of diffusion says J is equal to, means flux of the drug across the membrane is equal to minus G dCm by dx. Means it is the flux of the drug across the membrane, flux of drug across the membrane, d is the diffusion coefficient, dCm, it is the change in concentration of the drug across a distance x. Now, change in concentration of drug, dCm is change in concentration of the drug across the membrane of thickness x, this dCm. Now, if I consider a case, for example, I have taken a system like this. Now, if I consider a surface of this surface, now if I take the piece of that part, if I increase the surface area, if I magnify the surface, then it can be seen like this. Now you can see over here, if I say this is the interior surface, means this surface is representing this interior portion of the surface. Now here the concentration of the drug is C0, means the concentration of drug in the core is C0. Now across this membrane, if I say this is a polymeric membrane, now how the diffusion will occur? If I say this is the surface and I have placed it in contact with that of the water or simulated gastric fluid or simulated intestinal fluid. Now the surface which is coming in contact with the solvent, for example this palm surface of mine is coming in contact with this solvent surface, then it will be wetted. So I will consider this surface which is wetted. And now how the things are going on over here. Now this is the C0 concentration inside this. If it is a drug reservoir, then inside this it is a concentration of drug in the reservoir. But what is happening across this polymeric membrane? Now as the solvent will move through the capillary action inside this surface. Now as the solvent has moved, now the drug will move out, as the amount of the drug which has dissolved over here will move out from this surface to the outside. Now if the dissolved amount of the drug has to travel, first of all it will come to the inner core of the polymeric membrane and then it will diffuse across this surface, and this is the distance x, means it is the distance travelled across the membrane is x, means my drug has to partition from core to the membrane and from membrane to the outside environment where it has been placed. Means if I say a polymeric material drug has to diffuse across a polymeric membrane, then from the core it will come to the membrane surface, means inside the thickness of the membrane, and from membrane it will diffuse to the surface of the membrane. Means if it is a different thickness of x, for example I say it has a thickness of 1 centimeter, and then I have said कि I have multiply coated and I have increased the thickness to 5 centimeter, for example, and this is 1 centimeter. Now as I know drug needs lesser time to travel this 1 centimeter, so it will diffuse faster. If drug has to travel a distance of 5 centimeter, then it will take more time. For example, if I walk a single step, then obviously I will take less time. If I walk more than of the 5 steps, then I will take more of the time. Now, thus in the same manner, the diffusion gradient, means change in concentration of the drug with time, is directly dependent upon the thickness of the membrane. Means higher the thickness, slower will be the diffusion. Means this flux J, flux of the drug across the membrane, which is dependent upon the diffusion coefficient and the change in concentration of the drug with respect to the distance. Now thickness of the membrane, if polymeric membrane is more thicker in nature, then drug will diffuse at a slower rate. Flux will be slow. Indirect relation, inverse relation is there. If there is an inverse relation between the two things, then obviously increase in the thickness will reduce the flux of the drug. If I say the change in concentration is higher, then higher will be the flux of the drug. If I say after a particular period of time, here the drug concentration is 50 and here also the drug concentration is 50 microgram per ml. Now if I say the amount of the drug present inside the core and outside the polymeric membrane is same, now the diffusion will be slowed down. Why it will be slowed down? Because there is no difference, or the change in concentration is minimum. If it becomes equal, then it is 0. Then flux will be 0. If I say this difference is 10, then obviously it will be greater than the 0, means flux will increase. If more is the difference between the concentration across this distance, more will be the flux. Lesser is the difference in the concentration gradient, lesser will be the diffusion. Now, as we know, we have also studied that in controlled drug delivery systems follows a zero order. Now, it is very difficult to achieve a zero order therapy, means there is a concentration dependent hindrance to the release of the drug also. Now, if I calculate this equation and I integrate this equation, then this equation will be reduced to J is equal to D K delta C upon L. Means D is diffusion coefficient, K is constant, delta C will represent change in concentration and L will be the path length. Now it represents that if there is a change in concentration higher, then obviously flux will be higher, path length is higher, flux will be less. Now in order to achieve the value of zero order release, what is the basic requirement? Means first of all, the activity of the drug inside this system should remain constant. Means if we want to achieve the zero order release, then activity of the drug inside this system should remain stable. There should be no change in the activity. Second thing, the value of this K should be less than unity. Means it should be less than 1. If it has a value less than 1, then only we can say and drug activity also remains stable. Means drug is not facilitating the faster rate of the dissolution. Means activity should be stable over there. Then we can say we can achieve zero order drug release from the formulation. If this is the amount flux of the diffusion, if we say the amount of the drug diffused across the polymeric membrane, then it will be given by the formula and this formula is given as change in amount of the drug diffused K is the constant, P is diffusion coefficient, A is the surface area, delta C is the change in concentration and L means change in amount of the drug diffused is directly dependent upon the area of exposure. Means how much amount of the drug will be diffused will be directly dependent upon the area of exposure. Higher the area of exposure, higher will be the diffusion of the drug. Second thing, if I says K is the constant, it will remain constant. D is the diffusivity for a particular polymeric membrane. Diffusion coefficient will remain same as it is dependent upon the various factors like tortuosity, porosity of the particular polymer will remain constant. Now the another factor is the change in concentration. This is delta C which is going to change. Now and another thing is L, that is path length. Now similarly, as the flux is affected by the flux of the drug is affected, in the same manner if it is expressed in amount of the drug with respect to time, this amount of the drug diffused across the membrane with time will also be affected by area of exposure of the formulation, change in concentration of the drug across the membrane and the path length of the polymeric membrane. Now among the two systems means reservoir systems and matrix systems. Basically, matrix system, reservoir systems are prepared by encapsulation. Means simple encapsulation means we are doing the coating. If we are doing the coating, then it is the simplest procedure by which we can achieve a reservoir system. Means we have a tablet, it is coated by that of the polymeric material, then it is a reservoir system. In case of the matrix system, how these matrix systems are prepared? Matrix systems are prepared by the procedure of incorporating the content. Means, for example, the polymeric material is mixed with that of the particular kind of the drug. Means drug, diluent, binder. Along with that, it has been mixed and then it is compressed. For example, if we prepare extended release Borgum tablets, then what we are doing? We are using the diluent, we are using a drug and then we are mixing and then we are adding a certain amount of the Borgum which have the binder property as well as which will have the prolonging behavior also to extend the release and it will form a matrix like structure. Basically how these matrices are formed, polymers are the long structures in which the monomeric units are united together to form a long polymer. Now these polymeric materials are like these fibers. They have these kind of the structures. Now, when they comes in the solution, then they are in the separated thread-like structures. But when they are in the solid state, they are complex like this, and they don't get the sufficient space to expand. Now, these drug molecules will be dispersed among these surfaces. Now, as they will be dispersed, now it is a kind of matrix. Okay, and this matrix system, for example, we have also studied transdermal drug delivery system, or we can say in order to prepare the films. For example, we have made a polymeric material solution, we have made the drug solution, both the things are mixed together, and then it is solvent casted over the surface, and the solvent after casting, solvent will be evaporated. Now what we will have? We will have the polymer, we will have a drug. Now we consider there that there is a molecule of drug, this is a molecule of drug, and there is a molecule of polymer. Then if it forms a uniform molecular dispersion, then this kind of the arrangement will be there, and then it will form a matrix system. If I say if this kind of the arrangement is going on, then it can be seen as knitted surface in the form of the layers. So these systems means diffusion control system can be either reservoir type or matrix type. And in how the drug is diffusing out across the matrix system, now we will discuss this.